Mason jars are really popular crafting items, and I tend to not have a lot of luck crafting with mason jars. So I want to tell you about a kind of mason jar fail that I have. So let's see, let me start out by telling you what I intended to do. So I have these really long candles, and I wanted to put the candles in the mason jar for a craft. And let me show you what I wanted to do. So I realized that the candle is way too long for the mason jar. So I said, okay, I can make another candle out of this one candle. So that was the intention. Let me show you what I decided to do. Okay, so I have this, and I'm going to just cut it in half. I mean, how simple is that, I thought. But you'll see in a moment what actually happened. I have these two candles, but one candle I didn't cut it even, so it's one part is not going to stand. The other part will stand, but because you want a candle that can easily move around, you would not want it to do what it did in my video. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So it stood up, and I'll show you how, without putting anything at the bottom, it was able to stand up. Let's see if this is it. Okay. It was able to stand up, and it wasn't moving around. Great, I thought. Okay. So what you're going to see me do is, when I went to light the candle, I took it out. I guess I could have put like the lighter inside, but then if it then moved around and started to heat up, it would have moved. But I took the candle out and then I put it back inside, and it leaned over. Okay, so once it leaned over, I decided to keep it lit and see what would happen with my leaning candle. Okay, so now you see why I'm telling you it's a fail. It's a bit of a fail. So I kept it lit, and I kept it lit for a while so that I could find out how much of a fail it is. Okay, let's see. This is how much of a fail it is. Not only did it cause a burn mark on the mason jar, which I was able to remove, but it made it extremely hot, and I burned my hand on the mason jar. So that wouldn't be something you want to happen to if you have to you or to any of your guests. So if you happen to have a party, or you want to put this in your backyard, or use it as some sort of a wedding presentation or as a centerpiece, you probably won't want to make that mistake. Okay, so then I said, okay, I'll put some rocks inside. And you can see how even by putting some rocks inside, it starts to lean over. So I want to give you this fail so that you can either come up with some other ideas. I'm sure there are a lot of other ideas, but you can see how even trying to turn a simple craft into a functional thing isn't always as simple as it looks. I'm sure there are YouTubers out there who will give you some great advice on how to do it, but I wanted to give you a fail on how not to do it. So once you can see from this video, I don't know if you can pick it up, but you'll see a lot of the candle. Oh, that was really shaky. You see the candle on my hand, which is because I had to scrape it off, but you can kind of see the candle wax on the side of the jar. And even when I put the rocks in, it was hard to get it positioned directly in the center. So as easy as it would seem, it's much harder. than it actually is. So I wanted you folks to know my fail. Another thing about this is that it was still too high, so you can see the flame is above the rim of the jar. That's another fail. So these are all the little fails that I want you to see, so that you can realize that even crafters, we have a lot of fails, and we want people to learn from our fails so that other people won't make the same mistakes. So this gives you a little bit of a hint on why I should have made the candle much lower, why I should have figured out a way for it to stay upright and not lean on the side and cause me to burn my hand. So I hope this helps. Again, if there are suggestions, please feel free to put it in the comments. I'd appreciate it. And thanks for watching. Like this video and subscribe for more videos.